Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Cascade. I think this particular image has captured it quite perfectly, where you've got a cascading set of waterfalls in the background there, with Sleuth. I don't know why his investigation got him there, but beautiful scenery to enjoy for sure, and there's some kind of odd character there in the middle. Anyhow, that particular scene is very. So I've definitely mentioned that we've lived in China before. I haven't really mentioned why we did this. So for the honeymoon, Mrs. Sleuth and I basically went out to Asia. We did a bit of a trip through Thailand, Vietnam, Hong Kong, a few different places. And scenes like what you see in here were surprisingly common in places like Thailand in particular. So we went there to one of the islands, Koh Samui, and then over the years that we spent in the Far East, we actually ended up going to Thailand. We enjoyed our time so much, we ended up going to Thailand once a year for our vacation, basically, and trying all of the different islands. But from all of them, Koh Samui stood out as the best for us. Admittedly, being on a honeymoon, I'm sure helped contribute to that a bit. But yeah, fantastic scenery out there. If you ever get a chance to travel, you should make your way out. Anyhow, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets. So we've got Cascade by Flipout, and I don't think I have come across a Flipout puzzle before. You can kind of see the cascade, kind of similar cages coming down, raindrops coming down, so I think appropriate thumbnail for the title today, and very fitting for the title for the puzzle and the construction that he's done. Rules-wise, I should mention actually, I did check it out. 93% rating, 1-star difficulty, so we're in for a lot of fun here for a weekday puzzle. First off, normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, if I can select one, and every 3x3 box. I always struggle with selecting a column for some reason. Killers. Digits in a cage must sum to the total in the cage's top left corner, and digits may not repeat in a cage. I'm having a quick look around just to see if there is any cage that's not entirely solvable. So let's say, for example, I've placed a 2 in here. Then these remaining 3 cells are going to have to add up to 20 to make sure that we get to 22. So I could put, for example, 5, 7, and 8. All of that together will add up to 22, which is the given digit. These 4 are 23, 28, 28, etc. Right, what else do we have? Global entropy. So each 2x2 set of cells in the grid must contain at least one digit from the low, 1, 2, 3, medium, 4, 5, 6, and high, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. So I've placed a 2, a 7, and an 8 in here. So if you start coloring some of these, let's go with red is high, 2 is low, I'll put it blue, and 5 is in the middle, I'll put it as yellow. So if you think about this 2x2 box, we've essentially got one of each. If you think about one of this 2x2 box, well, we haven't. We've got only low and high. This cell would have to be low from 4, 5, or 6. And this is going to be true for any 2x2 parts in this. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. In this Sudoku. Right, what else do we know? Global entropy we've covered. German whispers. So adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 5. If I have a 2 in here, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9. I can't say because there are only ever 2-cell German whisper lines. That's always 1 low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 high, 6, 7, 8, 9. No 5s on German whisper lines. I think if you give it a bit of a think, you'll understand why. Right, that's all the rules we have for today. So if you want to enjoy some of this exotic scenery of cascading waterfalls and play this particular puzzle, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So I really thought before I read the global entropy thing that this is all going to be about cages. And in a way, I'm sure it helps. So 30 cage is a really forced cage. so it's 29 for that matter, but it can only be 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's true for these two 30s. The 29, the two of them again, can only be 5, 7, 8, or 9. If you try any other combination of 4 digits, you're not going to get to 29. And obviously, they're all unique. They're all in the same box. We have a bit of degrees of freedom in 28. Not that much. For example, the 9 and the 8 have to be in there. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Right. Here is a thought. These 3 cells, they're going to add up to a set of digits. And they can't be in here. We know for sure that they're inside of this 30 cage somewhere, because, these are 6, 7, 8, 9, these are 6, 7, 8, 9. These 4 cells form kind of a set of 6, 7, 8, 9. This cell is only one of them. Now, if you try and think about the remaining digits, well, they can't be in here in the same box. They can't be in there because they're already inside this 30 cage. They have to be down here. And I think the only way I can make this work is if this is 7, 8, and 6, I meant to say 6, 7, 8, and this is a 1. That's our first digit. Because this is adding up to 21, and I need 3 of 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have to go for the minimum to get to 21, plus the 1 to get to 22. Anything else will break. Now, this 6, 7, 8 is not this cell. That's a 9. They're in here. And again, this 6, 7, 8 is not there. They're in here. And this is a 9. Fantastic. We don't have quite the same workup happening here. Because you see, there is a smaller set of digits. Oh, but hang on, the 1. Ooh. Right, I should think out loud, excuse me. Right, so we know that these are 5, 7, 8, and 9 to add up to 29. 5, 7, 8, and 9 to add up to 29. You're going to hear me repeat that a few times. Now, kind of same trickery that we had in here, that essentially these 3 digits are these 3 digits are these 3 digits. Now, the minimum this time is not 1, it's a 2. So in here, the absolute maximum I can put in these 3 cells in the 23 cage is 21, something that adds up to 21 to get me to 23. Otherwise, I break the killer cage. And that will definitely include a 5. And I'm trying to think. So I could do 5, 7, 9, for example. I think that would work. So 16 and 5, that's 21 and 2. The other possibility is I could have a 3 within 5, 7, 8. So it's only really the 5 and the 7 that are guaranteed. And obviously this is not a 5 on a German whisper line. We've covered that already. And again, I need to have the 8 as well. Do I? No, it's the 5 and 7 only. Interesting. Which means 5 and 7 are not here. 5 and 7 are not there. There's essentially a consistent 8 and 9 that's always outside. And notice the 9 pays the pressure. That's an 8. That's an 8. This is now 5, 7, 9. And therefore this would have to be a 2. Very clever puzzle. Fantastic puzzle. Not a 9. Not a 9. And neither of these are 5. So I'm pretty sure that is the 5. Yeah. And that's not a 5. Again, German whisper, so it couldn't have been a 5. Fantastic. Is this going to keep going? I think it will. Right. So what am I thinking now? I am thinking that 28 cage, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, has to have an 8 and a 9. So if you maximize, if it doesn't have an 8 or a 9, so if you remove the 9 and you just go with the absolute maximum, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're only going to get to 26. If you remove the 8 and you add the 9, you're going to do 5, 6, 7, and 9. You're only going to get to 14 and 13, 27. So 8 and 9 have to be inside a 28 gauge. And notice the Sudoku now. Oh, this is a fantastic puzzle. 8 and 9. And again, 8 and 9 have to be in here. Adding up to, bear in mind now, 17 on their own. So I need another 2 digits that add up to 7. And bear in mind that this is quite a high digit already with 1 and 2 gone. This is at least 3 or 4. If it's 3, there will be a 4. If it's 4, there will be a 3. If it's 5, to be fair, I could get away with that. I could put a 2. So I don't actually have to put 3 or 4 in here. I'm sure as I think about it, I'll figure out why we need to, but... Oh, hang on, the 5 in here. Right, so 17 needs to get to 11. Can't be 9, 2. Can't be 8, 3. Can't be 5, 6. This is 4, 7. And again, same, no, maybe. Yeah, not 9, 8. Sorry, not 9, 2. Not 8, 3. This time I could do 5, 6, or 4, 7. Now I have a virtual 5, 7 pair now between these, so this can't be a 7, and it can't be an 8, that's a 6. These things are like almost popping out of nowhere, really. 4, 7 means that's not a 7. What a beautiful puzzle so far. 6 in here means... Did I do this right? Sorry, 1 second. Not 8. And I have a virtual 5, 7 pair. So yeah, that is 6. That is not 6. And therefore, this can't be 5, 6. This is again 4, 7, same as here. Notice this cell is the same as this cell, which would join it inside the 24 cage in here. And remember, if I put a 7, I'm already at 24. This would have to be a 0. So this has to be a 4, and therefore this has to be a 3. What a fantastic start. As you can tell, I'm immensely enjoying what we're doing here. That's a 5. That's not a 5. Can I do a bit more? 7 and 8 gives me a 6. Yeah. And I imagine in a moment that entropy is going to immensely help us. Yes, I'm already seeing it. Wow, 2, 3 pair. Right. Coloring time. Reds. In fact, can I? No. Not really. Right. I am going to do this manually just to make sure that I am selecting the right cells. I'm sure there's some clever combo of clicks that would have allowed me to do this quicker. All of these are high in entropy. They're from 7, 8, and 9. All of these are middle. They're from 4, 5, 6. All of these are low. Now, I need a low digit in here. I need a low digit in there. I already have a 1 in the column. That's blue. Same logic. That's blue again. Same logic. That's blue again. Obviously, this is high. This doesn't have to be high, does it? Yes, it does. If I try and put a middle digit, the only middle digit from 4, 5, and 6 I can put on here next to a low digit would be a 6, which obviously doesn't work because that would be a 9, and I can't put a 7, 9, another 9 with a 7, 9 pair. So this has to be high as well. 7, technically I could put a 2, so this could be low. 9, technically I could put a 4. This could actually be middle. So I'm not sure I can color these just yet. We can carry on with this game. That's yellow. We need a yellow between these two cells. Highly unlikely it's this one. But again, 4 and 9 is actually allowed, but highly unlikely. There is a yellow in here. There is a yellow in there, and there we go. We have our 4, 9, 7. This has to be low now. Low, not yellow. And therefore this has to be yellow. That's our 4. I take back what I said earlier, that this couldn't be yellow. 8, 7, 8, 9, 7. Have I done more? Yep, 8 and 9, 8 and 7. Fantastic. This can't be a 9 anymore. Oh no, it can be, of course, because this doesn't have to be a 4. This is going to be low to make sure that we don't break our puzzle. This has to be middle. That's our 6. That forces this to be a 1. This has to be high, so 7 and 9 are in here. That's our 8. So this is 2 or 3. This is 2 or 3. It's not a 2. That's 3. That's 2. That's low. This has to be middle, and it's not 5 or 4. That's 6. 2 means that this is a 1-3 pair. Can't have a 3 next to the 7. That's 1, that's 3. I think we're going to be revisiting this constructor really soon. What an incredible puzzle. Another yellow. This is, oh, hang on, I've made a mistake. That's not yellow. I've definitely made a mistake. That wasn't red. That was yellow all along. Yes. And that can't be yellow because we already got 4, 5, 6 in a row. Sorry about that. Come on, Sleuth, don't ruin what this magic has been. This has to be a low digit. So this has to be the 6. This has to be the 1. This has to be the 3. This has to be a 9. And a 4. 3 gives me 2 and 3. This is a low digit that is not 4. Sorry, a middle digit. So this is a 5, 6 pair. That is a 6. That is a 5. That is a 6. These are low with 1 and 3. This has to be low to make sure this entropy doesn't break. And it's 2 or 3. That's again another 2 or 3. This is not 3. This is 1 or 2. And this is a 4. I think a few keyboard shortcuts for the coloring would help actually here. 4 and 5. 4 gives me 4 and 5. I am going to keep coloring, of course. Not going to break now. And I haven't really looked at this section as much as I should have. And I should, because I'm sure it's also equally clever. Let's keep going. No 3. We know that one of these is 3. There's essentially another 1, 2, and a 5. I can't seem to place them yet. This is clearly low. This is clearly low. These are a 1, 2 pair. That's 1. This is 5, 6. That 6 gives me 6 and 5 and 7 and 5. More colors. So I appreciate it's a bit naff you watching me literally clicking around color. I can't still place this 5. The 5 clearly is on this side here in box 3. So that can't be the 5. That's the 5. This is a 1 or 2. That's low. That's yellow. I'm sure I can color this. Yep. 4, 8. Not 8. 4 and 9. Yep. Resolved. 9 and 4. Excellent. That's got to be low. Let me guess this will be low, but yeah, this has to be high, and therefore this will be low. This is a 1, 2 pair that is resolved. 1, 2, and 7, and 3, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1. 6, 7, 8, that's a 7. That's a 6. That's an 8. Excellent. Is it going to be just consistently this checkerboard pattern? So these are going to be, yep, lows. This is the last high in here, which is a 9. This is a 3. This is a 2. What a phenomenal puzzle. I know, don't count your chickens too early, yada, 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 but it's exceptional. 1, 3, not 4 or 6, 5, 6, 5, if I can type, and if I've not made any mistakes, 4 for this incredible puzzle to finish. Flip out, that was a genius puzzle. That was truly phenomenal. I'm confident you guys have enjoyed the puzzle, and hopefully my solve has actually showed off some of the best of it. And I can imagine that I'm going to be checking out Flipout's kind of back catalogue and see if there are other incredible puzzles to feature on the channel. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.